Hey everybody, this is Kenny C here from Chilling with Jeff and Kenny C, bringing you an exclusive interview. My guest at this time is no stranger to the show. Actually, she was on here about back in 2010, 2009. It's one of the two. She's a model, she's an actress, and she goes by the name of Eliza Jayne, and she is rejoining me right here, right now. Hello, Eliza.
Hi, Kenny.
Long time no talk. How you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you doing?
Doing real good. Thank you so much for joining me and welcome back to the show.
Thanks for having me again.
Absolutely. So let's go ahead and recap if we can. Um it's been a couple of years since you last was on the show. But talk about what these last couple of years have been for you.
Well, in the last few years, I've done a little bit more modeling, pursued that a bit more, and I've pushed a bit harder on getting some more acting gigs. So that's probably the biggest thing. I'm really pursuing that a bit stronger.
So recently this past weekend you was at a convention. Talk a little bit about that.
Over the weekend, I attended the Hershey Comic Convention. They invited me over to be a guest. That was a really amazing event. It was actually their first year doing a comic convention, and it was so busy. It was such a great, steady flow of people. I advertised it on my Facebook, and I got to see it and meet a lot of fans. It was really cool.
Was that like the first convention of any kind you ever went to?
It was the first convention I ever was a guest at. I've been to conventions before as like a patron, but never as a guest. So it was different to be on the opposite side of the table. My family runs a convention called Horror Find, so usually I'm working as staff. So it was a really different perspective to be on the other side, sitting at the table, meeting and greeting fans, signing autographs, and it was really an amazing experience.
What was that like getting a chance to meet with fans old and new?
Really, it's difficult to kind of explain. We obviously have a different perspective of ourselves than other people see us. So it's really neat to see that people really want to come out to an event and meet me and are really excited about my work because I really have a lot of passion for what I do. And it's nice to see people that I've never even met come out to meet me and support kind of what my dreams are. It's incredible. It's really hard to describe.
So, are you going to be attending more conventions of in the last couple of months? I know you're going to be going to some next year, but you got any more appearances that you'll be attending?
I do. Next month, I have a convention in Erie, Pennsylvania called the Erie Horror Fest. It is October the 11th through the 14th, so it's a 4-day event. If anyone wants to come out and see me, it's also going to be a bunch of the staff that I worked with, the cast and crew from Zombie Girl Diary. So you'll get to meet a lot of the different crew, and we'll be able to talk about the movie and that kind of thing. They're also going to be playing an extended trailer for the movie because there's a big anticipation for it. It's going to be coming out next year, so at the end of the month, on October 28th, I'm going to be doing the Rock Con. Generally, they do it out of Rochester, New York, but this year they're going to do it in New Cumberland, PA for a second convention. So I'm pretty excited about being able to attend that event as well. So if anyone can come out and check out those two events, that'd be great.
What type of conventions do you like going the most? Are you more into the horror and paranormal convention, or you like going to like a tour and comic convention?
Well, the horror and sci-fi kind of paranormal conventions are more of what I'm used to because of growing up working at the Horror Find convention with my family, and kind of like most of the work I do is a lot of horror-based acting or the paranormal investigating. But it was really a different and a neat experience to kind of check out the comic convention over the weekend. It's a similar crowd of people, and they just have different interests, like the comic book world. And I actually was in a comic book. Bob Howard, Plumber of the Unknown. I played a ghost in one of their editions. So the comic world is new to me, but I'm really interested in exploring that avenue as well because it has such a huge fan base, and the fans are so incredible and they're so enthusiastic, and it's very similar to the horror world. So I like it.
How cool must that be to see yourself in a comic book? That has to be very cool.
Yeah, it's very cool. Like I said, it's really hard to describe. I'm a small town girl, and it's really been an adventure and just a really fun experience pursuing my dreams and finding out that like people are so supportive of it.
I mean, when Jeff and I first interviewed you a couple of years ago, I mean, like you said, you're just a small town girl, and look at you now. I mean, your popularity has grown, your Facebook fan base has grown. I mean, how do you feel about the growth of your popularity as it is right now?
I feel excited about it. I'm actually shocked, but I think that you can become anything you want to be, and you set the standard for yourself. Society doesn't set that standard. You know, you're only as good as you believe you are, and if you can believe in yourself, other people can believe in you. I'm not your typical model. I'm not 6 foot. I'm not 100 pounds, and I'm never going to be that. So I can either accept who I am. I'm 5'3" and I weigh 135 pounds. I'm not going to be 6 foot and 100 pounds. So really just coming to terms with who you are, accepting who you are, and being okay with it is a huge part of making it in the industry and just pushing it and being able to accept no. I've gotten a lot of no's, but those no's motivate me because I know I'm good enough to do things, and so I'm going to push till I get a yes.
Well, whoever these people are that said no must have lost their damn minds. I mean,
That's right.
but that's just what I feel. So looks like there's a chance that you and I may see each other in person come next year. You're going to be headed to my neck of the woods in Kentucky for a convention. I mean, how you feel about that?
I'm pretty excited about it. Maybe we could do a live interview. We can do a video interview at the Dead Winter Horror Convention in February of 2013 in London, Kentucky. So that'd be neat if you could come out and see me.
Oh, most definitely. I'll do what I can. It's a 2 hour drive from Frankfurt. And I know that Kentucky got a couple other conventions. There's the Lexington Tour and Comic Convention. That's in March. And I know Scarefest, they're doing one next year also in Lexington. So, I mean, who knows? Maybe once, twice, 3 times we'll see each other. But I guess...
Yeah, maybe. Maybe I can get to be a guest at those conventions too. That would be awesome.
And I definitely will do what I can to meet you, because I definitely want to meet you. And you've been very supportive of the show, and I truly appreciate all you've done. Interviewing you has been a proud moment in the 5 year in history of the shows.
Oh, thank you.
So, I guess I also want to ask is, do you have any upcoming movies in the works?
Upcoming is called Make Believe Time. I'll be filming that in Sacramento, California. I'm really excited about this film. Andrew Scott Ramsey took a chance on putting me in the film, and I have a pretty big role. I'm actually the cover of the movie poster, so I'm pretty excited about that. And I get to work with Lynn Lowry, and I'm not sure if you're familiar with who she is, but she's a pretty reputable actress in the horror community. She's been in movies like The Crazy, Shivers, so she has a lot of talent, so a little nervous, but really excited to work with her.
And talk about the character you're going to be in this movie.
I play one of 4 characters that kind of terrorizes and torments a family. So this should be a fun and interesting character for me.
I mean, when it comes to these movies, you like being like the good person, you know, the good character, or you like being the villain?
I think that I play a good villain because it's very out of character for me. So I think that probably would be my favorite because it's not like who I naturally am. So it's more fun to play make believe, so to speak, and be someone you're not.
There you go. You know, live it up, girl. So obviously, you got the social media thing going on: Facebook, Twitter, websites. Why don't you go ahead and promote your links?
Sure. It's elizajayne.net. It's Jane, Jayne. You can find me on Facebook at facebook.com/model Eliza Jayne. or you can find me at facebook.com/Eliza Jayne. I accept anyone on my personal account as well. And I'm also on Twitter. Model Eliza Jayne is pretty much my link for every social network, but make sure you put that Y in there, Jayne.
And let me just say, as a fellow tweeter, you are one of the coolest tweeters out there that I have known as it pertains to former guests. So, yeah, go follow her on Twitter. Damn it, model Eliza Jayne, ElizaJayne.net. Check her out. Be on the lookout for the conventions that she'll be a part of, and especially if you're in the Kentucky area, which is where I'm at. Be on the lookout for her in February. Just remember the name Eliza Jayne. You're definitely gonna recognize this lady right here. She's going places. I mean, she's going places. What else you have going on other than the movies and the conventions? What else you have in the works?
Well, I actually just finished up doing some filming over the summer with Ghost Hunters. I actually tried out to be part of their team. Sadly, they did not pick me, but I have not given up. I'm going to keep pushing to be on that show because I love paranormal investigation. So if you watch this upcoming season, you'll probably see some clips of me. Just look for my pink hair. You won't miss me. I'm working on another comic book with Iron Dead Studios. They're a pretty well-known comic book company. It's called Blood Drive, so you'll see me in that comic book, which will be out next year. So I got a bunch of small and big projects I'm working on, and I'm just going to keep pushing to be out there until I get what I want.
And what else exactly do you want? I mean, what are some other goals, accomplishments that you want to make?
I want to be in a big screen movie. I want to be out there. I want to be on a TV show, and it is really about being famous. It's about doing what I love doing, which is entertaining. Ever since I was a little girl, I was always doing some kind of entertaining, getting in front of the camera, pushing my little sisters out of the way so my mom and dad would videotape me instead of them. It's just been what I do. It's just kind of like a natural thing. I love it.
What is your take on the horror and paranormal industry as it pertains to the movies and conventions and I guess the politics and stuff? What is your take on what's going on with the horror and paranormal industries?
Well, I try and stay out of all that politics and all that gossip. As I said before, I kind of set my own standard. I don't let society or genre set that standard for me. And I sort of look outside the box. I know in the paranormal industry there's a lot of drama with this team and that team and all of that. And I just kind of stay out of all that. I have my own opinion, and my opinion's my opinion, and your opinion's your opinion, and that's okay. So that's kind of just my take on it.
Again, you can check out Eliza Jayne on www.elizajayne.net. That's ElizaJayne.net. Facebook, like her, subscribe to her, add, like, and subscribe. I guess that's what Facebook go by these days anyway. Follow her on Twitter. Follow her and other social media links, and just be on the lookout for her. Now, let's talk some other stuff, like football.
Football.
Yes, you happen to be a Washington Redskins fan, I see.
Yes, I do.
And how do you feel about your Redskins thus far?
I think that this is a good year for them so far. RG3 he's playing the field. He really is doing what he needs to do, and I think that if they can continue to play like they've been playing and continue strong throughout the entire game, not just start off strong, which seems to be their struggle sometimes, then we can have a serious team this year.
And where do you see the Redskins heading? On over 500 postseason, a little further? I mean, where do you think how far can they go?
Yeah, I think they can go past postseason. I guess it just depends on their determination and their drive to do it. Like I said, I feel like they have always started off strong in a game, but they sort of, I don't know if they get cocky or what happens throughout the game that they kind of lose their spirit and then the game just kind of goes downhill. But if they can keep on their game the entire time they're playing, I think that they can go somewhere.
Well, all I can say is, as a football fan in general, there is a lot of excitement in our nation's capital. And Robert Griffin III, I mean, I'm a fan of him. I want him to do well. He's a very cool dude, and he has a good upside. And I guess as long as Shanahan don't screw this up the way that he did with McNabb, then maybe, just maybe, the Redskins can make noise. They can do something. Uh,
Yeah.
well, you can speak highly of your team, unlike I speak highly of my team, the Saints, which is 0-4. It's just a dreadful season thus far, but I don't quit on my teams. I stand by them. If they're gonna go down, I'm going down with the ship, kind of like Titanic. So, uh,
Exactly. That's how I am. You gotta support your team. You can't jump the ship when they're doing bad and pick a new team because then you're gonna have to jump that ship eventually too.
there you go. Um, and thank you so much for joining me again. Oh, better yet, thank you for wanting to do another interview. Again, it's been so long, and it's great that we're still keep in touch with each other, and just to see you have come a long way, and your popularity has grown, and you doing big moves and appearing and stuff. Just to see you have blossomed, it's just great to see that you're doing so very well in your career, and all I can say is keep doing what you're doing, and sky's the limit for you.
The sky is the limit.
There you go. And we'll definitely talk more, and hopefully, come 2013, we'll see each other at some point.
That sounds great. We'll get together again. Hopefully we'll meet and hopefully we'll do another interview together.
Oh, most definitely. I've done some video interviews before, so we can definitely make that happen.
Sounds
Uh,
great.
all right, everyone. Again, check out Eliza Jayne on ElizaJayne.net. Follow her on Twitter, model Eliza Jayne. Eliza Jayne on Facebook. Better yet, just Google her. Just Google.
Google me.
Yeah, Google Eliza Jayne. ELIZAJAYNE. You won't be disappointed, especially if you're a Redskins fan. Just look at her photos with the Redskins jersey. Thank you, everyone, for listening. This will conclude the interview. You can listen to this and many more on chillinbroadcasting.com. I am Kenny C, and we are done. Thank you, everyone, for listening.